Hey everybody, thanks for joining me in my kitchen once again. So it's morning. I woke up with a headache today for some reason. Don't know why. Just power through it. I'm on my second pot of coffee. I figure coffee is the cure. But I've got another muffin recipe to share with you today. Now these muffin recipes, you don't have to have cast iron, of course. You know, it's just, this is what I've got. I love it, so I use it. And you could probably find these things on eBay or, you probably find a Lodge brand new. You know, just look on Amazon or whatever site that you might find. So anyway, today I've got an orange cranberry pecan muffin recipe that I want to share with you. Cheers. And there's my dog. Hi, sweetie. Oh, aren't you a good girl? Come on. Yes! Whoa! Aren't you a good girl? Yes, you are. All right, then. You got to let Dad make his recipe. Go on, go lay down on your bed. On your bed, sweetie. There you go. Good girl. On your bed. All right, so I've got my Cuisinart chopper out today, and I'm going to coarsely grind the oats into a flour. Now, again, for these recipes, you can use any flour that you've got, right? If you use white, if you have some whole wheat flour, you know, whatever floats your boat, whatever you have in the pantry, use that. So, you know, I've got this, and so I'm going to make my own oat flour. All right, I'm going to start by grinding up and making 3 cups of oat flour. So you can see that that's a fairly coarse grind, and that's all right. This is all about the fiber, right? So to that 3 cups of the flour that I ground, I'm going to add a cup of whole oat just for the texture. All right, now we're going to add 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And we're going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt. Now to that, I'm going to add enough pecan to make about a 1/4 of a cup. And we're going to chop that up. Add that to the mix. We're going to add to that about a 1/2 cup of dried cranberries. And then we'll give all that a stir, mix things up a bit. And then we'll start on the wet ingredients. Okay, we'll start the wet ingredients off with 2 eggs. And then beat them lightly, just to get them started to break down. All right, next we'll add a 1.25 cups of milk. I'm using whole milk because that's what I like. You can use, you know, lactose-free milk. You can use unsweetened almond milk. Again, whatever you got. Combine that a little bit. And then I'm going to add my sweetener to this so it dissolves. I'm going to put in about 1/8 of a cup of brown sugar. Now again, you can use honey, you can use maple syrup, you can use molasses. If you're going to use honey or maple syrup, I'd use twice as much, so 1/4 of a cup. Molasses, I'm not going to tell you how much to put in because I've never used it. That's something a better cook than me is going to have to explain or figure out for themselves. There you go. So we'll mix this together and then we'll move on to the orange. More coffee, please. I do feel that headache starting to fade away a little bit. All right, so you want a good-sized orange. And if all you can come up with is small oranges, I'd recommend doing 2. But my local grocer had these nice good-sized oranges, so this is what I'm going to use. Now, when you're zesting the orange, you only want the orange part, right? Don't get into that white that's underneath. That'll make it bitter. So it'll take me a while to get this. Through the magic of video, it'll be complete here in a second. All right, there you go. That didn't take too long. Nice pile of zest. We're going to add that to our wet ingredients. And then I'm going to juice this orange as well and add that. All right, and the last thing we'll do to that is add about a teaspoon of vanilla. Because who doesn't love vanilla? All right, now we're ready to combine everything. You can see it makes a nice moist mix, which makes it super easy to load into the muffin pan. Just make sure everything is thoroughly mixed. No dry pockets of flour showing through. Now again, you could let this sit and let the oats soak up some of the moisture. You can use it right away, that's fine. You can keep it in the refrigerator for a couple of days, I suppose. All right, so we'll pull the muffin pan out of the oven. And give it a shot of the avocado oil. Whoops, almost dropped it. Again, the avocado oil doesn't impart any flavor, and it's a high smoke point oil. Good for baking. All right, let's fill this sucker up. Now I've got the 1/2 cup measuring cup. Because it does a really good job of filling up the muffin. I don't know, what do you call it, the muffin cup? All right, so I'll just distribute this evenly through all the cups. And I'll use my spatula to scrape the last of that out of there. Looks like I came up 1 cup shy. That's all right though. You're not going to get a lot of rise out of these muffins, right? There's no yeast in anything. It's just the baking powder. So pretty much, you know, what you see here with the little mounding on top, that's how they're going to come out of the oven too. They'll have just a little bit of a rise, but not very much. and just kind of make the top of them look nice. There we go. And the last thing I'm going to do with these is to put some fresh cranberries on top. This will give it a little bit of a sweet tart flavor, and yeah, it's decoration. All right, and we'll pop that into the oven. And we'll cook that for 20 to 25 minutes. Set my timer. All right, there we go. More coffee, please. And I'll see you in about 20 minutes. All right then. Let's get these things out of the oven. Dog says, food? Food? Oh, okay. All right. Oh, marvelous. Yeah, look at those guys. Let's get a close-up. All right, there you go. Orange cranberry pecan muffins. Or oat muffin cups, whatever you want to call them. Gonna let these things cool for a little bit and then we'll bite into one. And I think the dog wants a treat too. All right then. So these things just fall right out of the muffin pan. Oh, they're still very hot. Mm-mm-mm. Cheers. Ah, that's great. You can really taste the orange. The cranberry gives it a nice tartness. Good combination. All right, there you have it. So until next time, take a hike. Be blessed. You want some? I've got one that I can give her. Come on over here, sweetie. Over here. Good girl. Now you want some muffin, don't you? There you go. A little for you, a little for Dad. Good? Here you go. Have a little bigger piece. Nice.